Whew. And from spring break to award shows. After being postponed in January, last night music had its biggest night of the year. The fashions, the performances, the history that was made with the 63rd annual Grammy Awards. The stars showed up in their masks, and nearly 24 of them performed from multiple stages all around Los Angeles, from Dua Lipa and BTS to some familiar Atlanta faces like former Buckhead resident Cardi B. And one of the most impactful and powerful performances came from rapper Lil Baby, who's from Atlanta, who reflected on the death of Rayshard Brooks. Take a look.
Big and in black and white, it's a problem with the whole way of life. Can't change overnight, but we gotta start somewhere. Might as well go ahead, start here. We done had a love for a year. I'ma make it count while I'm here. God is the only man I fear.
The entire performance was a reenactment of what happened. You see right there? With Rayshard Brooks, and Brooks was shot and killed by an Atlanta police officer over the summer after getting into a struggle as police tried to arrest him for DUI in a Wendy's parking lot. Now, Lil Baby's performance is a reenactment of the events that day, including when the Wendy's went up in flames. The building has since been torn down. Powerful performance. Now, Lil Baby's song, The Bigger Picture, it's a call to action against police brutality, and it was nominated for Best Rap Song and Performance as well, but it did lose. During the performance, he was joined by Insecure star Kendrick Sampson, Women's March co-founder Tamika Mallory, and Atlanta rapper and activist Killer Mike. Now, a big focus last night was on the continued push for racial injustice and racial justice, and it's something they wanted the performance to reflect.
So many people are looking for institutions like the Grammys to step to the plate and to allow us to voice the real, true, deep feelings that so many communities are trying to process every day.
And keep in mind, the death of George Floyd was also the inspiration behind the song of the year, I Can't Breathe, performed by the artist known as Her. And of course, there were so many highlights, with women dominating the top award slots. Like we said, Beyonce, she made history last night, 28 Grammys. You can find all of music's biggest winners in our 11alivecoverage.com. Also, Chesley, a huge shout out to Megan. She won her not one, not two, but 3 Grammys last night.
Wow, that's all right.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Hey, women rule the world, right?
Okay, so spring is around the corner, finally. And that means so is some football. You know I love sports. Well, starting today, you'll be able to snag your spring game ticket for UGA. And this year, tickets were distributed by Priority Access. So whatever is left from the previous groups will be available to the general public. And that happens today. And the university says seating at Sanford Stadium will be limited to 20 to 25%. The game kicks off on April 17th. And keeping that sports talk going, I'm about to bring my fellas in so we can go dancing, Jerry. Dancing. Yep. Okay, he's tap dancing over there. So March Madness is here, and for the first time in more than a decade, Georgia Tech's men's basketball team will be dancing.
I'm a champ. Man. No one could take that from us, man.
That's a Monday mood right there. That is Monday motivation. I'm a champ. I want you to say that when you wake up every day. That was Jose Alvarado's well-deserved reaction over the weekend after the Yellow Jackets won the ACC championship. They beat number 15 Florida State, making it Tech's first ACC tournament title since 1993. Jerry wasn't even born then. Now the Yellow Jackets The Yellow Jackets will tip off their first round in the tournament on Friday. The last time the men's team made it into the big dance was back in 2010. So, fellas, who are you dancing with this year?
Chesley seems to be very impressed with Illinois.
Enjoy your night. Thank you. You hear that? All the women. Okay, so who run the world? Yeah, Beyonce, of course. Social media is still buzzing about the huge night for female artists who dominated the Grammys. Taylor Swift won Album of the Year, making her the only solo female artist to take home the award not 1, not 2, but 3 times. And Billie Eilish took home Record of the Year, making history as well. Megan Thee Stallion got Best New Artist, Rap Song, and Rap Performance, winning her first 3 Grammys in one night. And the Queen, Beyonce herself, made history by winning her 28th Grammy. Yeah, she's now the woman with the most Grammy wins of all time. Now, guys, I stayed up until, when I tell you, like midnight watching this show. So many highlights coming up in the show. I'm going to break them down for you. One specifically focusing on what happened here in Atlanta. Atlanta's very own Lil Baby, he performed, but the herstory that was made last night was remarkable.